If you're the All Blacks, second place isn't a plan, it's a problem. Welcome back to Rugby From The Stands. We're heading to Perth for the Rugby Championship finale. The track is hard and fast, and the title is still just about on the table. But only if the All Blacks are brave enough to grab it. But waiting for them? A Wallabies team coached by Joe Schmidt, reinforced by the return of big Will Skelton, and with Rob Valetini ready to close the show. Strap in, this one could run hotter than a Perth afternoon. Let's look at the stakes. The All Blacks have the Bledisloe Cup. But for the Rugby Championship, the equation is brutal. They need a bonus point and a massive winning margin, potentially more than 50 plus points to overtake the Springboks. This context dictates their strategy. High risk, all out attack. Australia, they need a bonus point win and they have to pray that Argentina beats the Springboks. The pressure is on the Wallabies to fix what went wrong at Eden Park. Last week, the All Blacks dominated possession and territory, but the killer stats reveal a chasm in defense and discipline. The Wallabies missed 40 tackles and conceded 15 turnovers. That's unsustainable. However, the Wallabies stayed alive late, and that's the crucial dynamic for Perth. The Wallabies are a final 20 machine, scoring 9 tries in the last quarter this tournament. The All Blacks, conversely, have leaked more second-half tries than anyone in the competition. The team sheets reveal a fascinating tactical battle. Let's start with Razor Robertson. He's facing significant injury challenges. No Borden Barrett, and crucially, both first-choice props, Ethan de Groot and Tyrell Lomax, are out. That creates a real vulnerability up front. But his selections elsewhere show exactly how they intend to chase those points. They're prioritizing high tempo and dynamic power. Damian McKenzie starts at 10. This is key. If you need to score 50 points, D-Mac is the catalyst. He plays flatter, challenges the defensive line constantly, and speeds the game up. It's essential for breaking down structured defenses, but it's also high risk if the Wallabies shut down his space. The back line is built for impact. Quinn Tupaia at 13 provides a hard, direct running threat alongside Jordie Barrett. And the return of Leicester Fainga'anuku adds massive power on the wing. He's an aerial target and a devastating runner. Perhaps the boldest call is in the pack. Peter Lakai gets his first start at number 8. This isn't just rotation, it's tactical. Lakai is explosive. The intent is clear. Use Lakai and Ardie Savea to dynamically attack the gain line and generate lightning-quick ball. Now, to Joe Schmidt. His selections are a direct response to the All Blacks' threat and the failures last week. He's prioritizing collision dominance, set-piece stability, and control. The biggest inclusion, literally, is Will Skelton, starting in the second row. Skelton isn't just there to be big. He's there to win the collision battle, solidify the line-out and maul, and most importantly, disrupt the ruck speed that the All Blacks desperately need. If he can slow the ball down, he nullifies the threat of McKenzie. The selection of the halves pairing, Jade Gordon and Tate Edmed, is classic Joe Schmidt. He's prioritizing structured phase play and a strong territorial kicking game over flair. They want to control the pace, pin the All Blacks deep, and force them to play from their own half. And they will target the set piece. With the All Blacks missing their starting props, the experienced Wallaby front row of James Slipper and Alan Alalatua must look to dominate the scrum against Tamaiti and Fletcher Newell. And waiting on the bench is Bobby Valentini. His impact in that crucial final 20 minutes is going to be massive. So how does Joe Schmidt engineer a win? It's starting with the collision and the ruck. They must slow down New Zealand's first 2 rucks every single time. This is Skelton and McWright's primary job. If Lakai and Savea generate quick ball on that fast track, it's game over. They must target the scrum. The Wallabies have a golden opportunity here to dominate the set piece and win penalties. The kicking game has to be precise. Edmed and Gordon must kick early to the edges to test the All Blacks' backfield coverage. And on defense, the mantra must be chop the carrier low, clamp the ball, deny players like Will Jordan the offload after the break. If you're Razor Robertson, how do you chase that massive margin? You start on turbo and kick to the corner, bank 3 tries before halftime. The attack plan looks clear. Phase 1, send the power runners, Tupaia, Savea, and Lakai straight down the middle channels to commit defenders. Phase 2, D-Mac hits Will Jordan out wide or launches a kick pass to Fainga'anuku. They must keep the ruck speed under 3 seconds. Expect the All Blacks to assign a dedicated cleaner to Fraser McReight all night long to negate his turnover threat. And they have to protect that vulnerable last quarter. They are chasing a margin, not madness. There are some huge matchups to watch. Adi Savea's engine versus Fraser McReight's hands at the breakdown. The scrum battle. You've got the inexperienced All Blacks front row against the motivated Wallabies pack. And in the air, got Leicester Fainga'anuku versus the Wallabies contestable kicks. We also have to pay respect to some legends signing off. James Slipper, his 151st and final test, an absolute giant of Australian rugby. Expect the Wallabies scrum to come with serious feeling. And Mike Cron, the last dance for the Wallabies scrum whisperer. If I'm New Zealand rugby, I'm calling him on Monday. And a quick congrats to Will Jordan on his 50th cap. This test match isn't about tidy rugby, it's about identity. Do the All Blacks lean into who they are, attack from everywhere, play on top, and chase the title with both hands? Or do the Wallabies trust their structure, trust their finishes, and spring the ambush late? Perth is fast, the margins are thin, and the stakes are thick. This is Rugby from the Stands. If you're ready for this clash, hit like, hit subscribe, and let's go win a test match.